Hi friends, Happy New Year, Happy 2022. Hope you guys are doing well and staying safe. Today I want to share with you the planner system I will be using this year. I will also go through my thought process when I was making the planner selections. I hope you guys find it somewhat helpful in choosing your own planners. This year I'm going to be using an everyday carry, a main planner, a journal, a dream journal, and a 5-year journal. For the planner I want to use as everyday carry, I looked at several options. I looked at Hobonichi Weeks, Leuchtturm Weekly Planner and Notebook, and this slim size day planner by Paperblanks. I said in my previous video that if possible, I wanted to try using a smaller planner for my everyday carry. So Hobonichi Weeks would have been perfect. It is a good size. I like the layout. I like that the weeks are dated. There are extra grid pages every week for me to jot down extra notes. And there are even extra notes pages at the end of the planner. I almost ordered it, but changed my mind last minute because I noticed some small details on the Hobonichi calendar that I don't think I would like. I'm not going to talk about it here since honestly most people wouldn't even notice it, or even if they did, they wouldn't care. But for me, I saw it, I couldn't unseen it. So until I can convince myself otherwise, Hobonichi Weeks is no longer an option for me. Leuchtturm Weekly Planner and Notebook has a similar weekly layout as Hobonichi Weeks. I really like their pages for projects, which can come in handy when I am project planning, and they can be conveniently used as trackers. It is available in A5, which is the medium size, and A6, which is the pocket size. The pocket size is a little small for me, so I was eyeing the medium size. It's actually a little bigger than the Paperblanks planner I used last year, but the size is not a deal breaker. What is though is the fact that the pages for the weekly sections in the Leuchtturm planner are blank instead of lined, and I am the type of person that just cannot write straight. So the Leuchtturm planner is a no-no for me. Eventually I went with this Paperblanks planner. It is a slim size, very similar to the size of Hobonichi Weeks. It is 3.75 by 7, which is 95 milliliters wide and 180 milliliters long. I'm familiar with its weekly layout and I like it. I like it has a hardcover so it doesn't get destroyed in my bag. It's got decent paper. It's 85 GSM. This is the planner I will be carrying with me all the time when I'm out and when I'm at work. I don't necessarily have the luxury of sitting down and writing down things neatly, so I like that this paper has a bit of a thickness to it, so it can handle a variety of writing instruments, including fountain pens, gel pens, pencils, markers, and even those crappy ballpoint pens at work. Also, not going to lie, one big reason I'm not ready to part with Paperblanks planner is the cover. I mean, just look at it. It's beautiful. This one is called the Blue Velvet. The cover is inspired by a fabric from the 15th century. For those who are interested in knowing more about the cover, as per usual, I will have the link down in my description box. If I want to nitpick, I might need more notes pages this year, and the notes section in this planner might not be enough for me. It's an easy fix though. I got these memo pads meant for Hobonichi Weeks. It comes in a set of 3. It comes in red, blue, and brown, which I think all fits the color scheme of my planner. I picked the red one because they look good together with my cover. It has 40 pages of cream-colored Tomo River paper. It is the same grid paper as the Hobonichi Weeks. I took out the address book insert that I never use, then I tuck in the memo pad. I could have trimmed the edges to make it fit in the pocket, or washi taped it along the spine to secure it to the planner, but I think for now I like it just tucked in the back. Let me quickly flip through the pages for you guys. This is a yearly overview. Sunday start monthly calendar from January to December. Monday start weekly overview. There are more reference pages in the back and more pages for notes. This memo pad will give me extra writing space. For my main planner, which I use for memory keeping and self-improvement / productivity, I want to switch out my Moleskine notebook because I want a planner that is dated, which would save me the hassle of setting it up every week and every month. I want a planner that is simple and functional without all the extra gimmicks. I look at a lot of planners on the market. Hobonichi Cousin is the only planner I can find that has the yearly, monthly, weekly, and daily sections all in one. Also, because of how minimalistic the planner is, it gives me enough structure as a planner, but also enough flexibility to use each section however I want. The A5 size is the biggest in its lineup, which I like. This planner only stays on my desk, so I don't need it to be small in size and easy to carry around. It has the famous Tomo rivet paper. It's super thin and crispy, which is going to be a dream to write on with my Lamy 2000. Some people describe it as almost like a Bible paper texture, and I agree. Like most Japanese planner, it comes with grit paper, which I really appreciate, since like I said, I cannot write straight. The grit paper is white in color and has 3.7 milliliters line spacing, which is slightly larger than Hobonichi Weeks. Let me compare it with the paper in Hobonichi Weeks. The only thing that bothered me personally is certain detail that is on the Hobonichi Cousin calendars, or more precisely the Japanese Hobonichi Cousin calendars. It's the same detail that deterred me from getting the Hobonichi Weeks, but this time I was able to get around that by ordering a Chinese language Hobonichi Cousin from Japan. I'm not sponsored by Japan, but that's where I got my planner. I have it in a clear Midori MD notebook cover in A5. It fits my Hobonichi Cousin perfectly. When I just put it on, the fit is definitely on the tighter side. I just put it under a heavy textbook overnight, and that solved the problem. A friendly reminder though, this cover is different from the Midori MD notebook cover in A5, meant for their one-day, one-page journal. They're not the same. The A5 cover for their one-day, one-page journal is a little too big to fit the Hobonichi Cousin because it's about half an inch wider. I'll have the link to the cover in my description box down below if you are interested. You can also refer to the product comment section to find out about other journals and planners that can fit into this cover. I'm sure everyone is already familiar with the Hobonichi Cousin, but let me flip through mine for you, just because I got the simplified Chinese language version, and I think there are some minor differences. So this is the planner. It has no bookmarks, which is fine by me. Here is the yearly calendar for this year, last year, and next year. Yearly index with 1 month per column and 3 months per page. It goes from January to December. Then we get to the Monday Start Monthly Calendar section, where 1 month is spread out between 2 pages. The month is in English. It tells you the number of the week in the year. It goes from December 2021 to March 2023. Then we get to the weekly section. Every week gets 2 pages. The month again is in English, so is the number of the week in a year. There's a mini monthly calendar. Every week starts with Monday. Every day of the week has a 24-hour timeline from 5 a.m. to 4 a.m. the following day, including on the weekends, which is perfect for me because my schedule is all over the place. There are 2 grid pages before the daily section. Every month starts with a blank title page, then every day of the month takes up 1 full page. The quote at the bottom is of course in Simplified Chinese. I believe it's a translation of the quote on the Japanese Hobonichi cousin. Each month has a different color, and every page in the same month has a tab in the same corresponding color, so I can easily flip to the month I want to go to, even when the book is closed. There are 4 dotted pages after that. Then a timetable, a graph page, a page to write down your favorite book, movie, music, restaurants, etc. There is my 100, a page for daily steps, highlight of the year, ways to use Hobonichi, stretching exercises, traditional snacks around the world, packing lists for domestic and international travel. I think they should probably update the list to include a COVID test. A page for gifts giving and receiving, a list for preparing for emergency, a page about what Hobonichi offers, a dress book, personal notes page. My Hobonichi cousin's serial number is stamped here on the last page. Because I want to check more items that the Hobonichi cousin has given me room for, I tucked in this memo pad for Hobonichi cousin in the back to give me more pages to write on. For my regular journal and dream journal, I will continue to fill up my Harry Potter Moleskine lined notebook and Paperblanks lined notebook from the silver filigree collection in Maya Blue. They worked well for me in the past years, so I'll be using them this year as well. Something new for this year, this is my Hobonichi 5-year Techo. This may sound a bit odd for some of you, but the reason I want to get it is because I want to write down the memories I have with my parents. It can be a dumb joke my dad told, something silly my mom did, because let's face it, they're not getting any younger, and I want to treasure all the moments I spend with them. When I was choosing a 5-year planner, I also looked at the Midori 5-year diary and the Leuchtturm some lines a day for 5 years. Because I want a minimalistic aesthetic, which Midori is not really, at least not minimalistic enough for me personally. And I want a grid or lined paper, which the Leuchtturm is definitely not. So I went with the Hobonichi 5-year Techo. I really like that the Hobonichi planner has the years printed on it. To me, it's more official looking. It's so silly, but I really appreciate the thought behind it, because it shows the company has to make a new batch for every starting year, versus the Midori and Leuchtturm planners where you fill in the year yourself. You know the company's kind of cheated. On the plus side though, with those planners you definitely get more flexibility. You don't have to start using it the year you get it. So I debated over whether I should get the A6 or the A5 size. I ended up getting the A6. A5 size Techo has 10 lines for every year, whereas the A6 has 7 lines per year, which I think is enough for me. Let me flip it through for you guys. It has a vinyl soft cover and 1 ribbon bookmark. The first 5 pages have the calendars for the year 2022 to 2026. The daily pages has the day and the month at the top. The left page is divided into 5 sections. Each section has the year and the day of the week labeled. The right page is left blank. You can use it however you like. Personally, I plan on filling in 4 more years in this planner. There's a tab at the edge of the page to indicate the month of the year, and a quote in Japanese at the bottom. It's made with the same super thin and crispy Tomo River paper as Hobonichi's other planners. The color seems a little yellower than the paper used in my Hobonichi cousin, but it's a little wider than the paper in Hobonichi Weeks. At the end, there is a page dedicated for every year. A page for things to remember, a page for gifts, addresses. There is a 2-page spread for my lists, a history of the earth, and at the very end, a page for personal information. Oh, and almost forgot to mention, the Hobonichi 5-year Techo comes with a gift box. It has an instruction manual, a sheet of testing paper. Because it uses the same Tomo River paper as the other Hobonichi planners, I will be using this paper to test all my fountain pens, markers, and highlighters, etc. That's it, guys. Those are the planners and journals I will be using this year. What about you guys? Have you decided on what to use for 2022? Please share with me in the comments section below. I would love to hear about your planner choices. All the products I mentioned in my video, I will list them for you in my description box down below. I will see you next time. Bye!